when you were a little baby, you had to communicate with your parents, and you weren't being like, "Hey, mum, dad, I'm quite hungry today. Would you mind giving me some of your lovely, delicious milk?" Your mum would have been like, "What is going on?" Just totally flabbergasted. So, yeah, what did you do? Smile, cry, lash out. That was communication. So, forget really, but body language is the main thing. Then tone, so how you say it, how you say your words, and then the words themselves. So the old expression is, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So attitude comes from the tone, not the words. So what's going on behind the words? Here we go. Body language 50%, tone 40%, and words only 10%. So it's really a big, if you'd never thought about it, it really is more about your body and your tone that is communicating with other people. Okay? If you're like closed and looking at you, and I like that, just face, just it's funny, it feels good to be like angry. Yeah. Okay, he's angry at me. What did I do? Why are you angry at me? Like, what have I done? I don't know. That's him. That's that person, that baby, that adult, whoever. Even the monkey. The monkeys communicate, right? Or dogs even kind of communicate with. They wiggle their tail. And even their tone. Yeah, dogs are like, or they're like, you can hear the tone in their own voices. I think it's connected to the air. It's connected to breathing. If you want to go a little bit deeper, it's connected to the air that we breathe and how we actually basically manipulate that. I believe it's to do with that anyway. But okay, let's look at different rising tones and what they can suggest, right? As with Osho, you saw here how he used the word F-U-C-K to kind of basically say one thing in many different ways. So a rising tone, it can be questioning, or it can indicate surprise or insecurity, because really? Really? That's a surprise. Are you okay? Questioning. Are you okay? You got that rising at the end. I'm okay, I think. Is everything okay? What's going on? I'm not sure about anything right now. Insecurity. Is that rising at the end? It's like questioning. It's like, because I don't know what's going on. Or it's like, I don't believe you, right? Really? Or like, I can just repeat what you said. Like you just said to me, oh, I used to play for Peru national football team. Peru national football team? That high, that rising tone. Really? I'm not even asking you the question. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm not saying that's complete bull. That's rubbish. I'm saying, without being offensive, without being direct, I'm questioning it. So you say the same thing. It's called mirroring. If you say something to me and I don't believe it, I can just say the same thing back, and with a rising tone, just to kind of get more information about you. Yeah. No, I don't drink coffee. You don't drink coffee? Oh no, I'm allergic to it. Oh, okay. So you see here, you can use that rising tone for a question. Quite powerful as well, to be indirect as a kind of a communication hack, communication trick. If you don't believe somebody, you can just repeat what they said with the rising tone to avoid sounding offensive. The middle tone, consistent confidence, speaking quite clearly. Could also come across as being boring, maybe if it's very monotone. And this is where I went to go to the park. It was really good. I had a great time. Yeah? What can be like a bit more, James Bond confidence. Yes, we had a good time. So, yeah, confidence, middle tone. You kind of want to go a little bit, if you want to seem confident, if you want to be attractive. So my buddy, or a friend of mine, he's a dating coach. So he says that, you want to be in the middle tone and kind of do the little falling tone, which is a little bit aggressive. It's a little bit out there. It's a little bit more of that kind of let's go for it, guys. Come on, it's a little bit more of that kind of punchy tone that we need for important moments. Could be come across as scary. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's not the same as what are you doing? So what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. Also, quick tone. Right, let's do it. Let's get on with it. Yeah. Everybody, let's go. Yeah. Determined. You're ready. Go getter. Slow tone might come across as in doubt. Well, yeah, I think so. Should we go tomorrow or today? I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of that kind of slow, not really sure, in doubt. Doesn't really portray confidence. It's a bit. It could be sarcasm as well. You ate. I don't know, sarcasm, like, what could some sort of a, you did what? Really? I really believe you. You're so clever, Mike. You're so clever, Ben. Yeah? Sarcasm. So attitude, basically. Your tone is your attitude. It's not the words that you're using. I mean, it is a bit, but it's more about the tone. So intonation can also be said to be a pointer to attention. Okay? It's pointing to the attention. Imagine in writing you would have it underlined, so you have a little line under the word. But let's compare these sentences, right? I'm going to the mall. I'm going to the mall. Yeah, that means you're not going to the mall, right? That's it. Simple. That's quite the normal one, right? Bye guys. I'm going to the mall. You're not going to the mall. I'm going. Right? Or I am going to the mall. I am going to the mall. I am going to the mall. Don't you even think about stopping me. Now you are emphasizing am, right? It's pointing to the am, as in that means I am. Don't stop me. It's expressing forcefulness, determination, right? I am going. Normally you just say I'm going. You'd even contract it. I'm going to the mall. It's not really important. Now it's important because maybe you're stopping me. You're like, don't you spend any more money on shoes? And then I'm like, well, I am going to the mall. Don't you even think about stopping me. It's my money. Or in this case, I am going to the mall. I'm not going in the other direction. I am going to the mall. Where are you going? I'm going to the mall. To the mall. Not the other way. I'm going to the mall. Okay, to. Now it's not ter. It's not the reduced ter. It's to. So it's in the strong form. That's where we get back to the strong and the weak form with the schwa, right? So now it's to, not ter. I'm going to the mall. It's to reduced. But this is I'm going to the mall, okay? Or I'm going to the mall. I'm going to the mall. The mall. Or the mall. You could use both, but the point is the intonation is important. I am going to the only mall that there is. It's the mall. There is no other mall. It's the mall in Cusco. There is only one mall. It's the mall. Actually, there's another. There's a few these days, isn't there? But the big one, the proper one. Intonation is also grammatical. So to become more intelligible and a better listener as well, you should understand how some intonation patterns work. So intonation is attitude, but it's also grammar. And we're going to see this here. So you bought a computer. You bought a computer. You bought a computer. Yeah? Look, we're going to have a look at some examples now. See if you can hear it. So this example. I bought a computer. Is that rising? Is that staying pretty much the same? Or is it like dropping completely? It's a general statement, so it doesn't rise. It's not going up. It's just, I bought a new computer. It's nothing. You basically, you hear the intonation usually at the end of the sentence. It's at the end of the sentence where it's important to listen out for. I saw a dog at the beach. Am I rising? Am I falling? There's no rise. Okay, it's staying constant. Some might say it might drop a little bit. I saw a dog at the beach. Beach. Beach? Beach? No, beach. Where are you from? So, general statements. Yeah, I bought a new computer, or I saw a dog at the beach. It's a general statement. There's just no rise. Where are you from? No rise. Where are you from? Where are you from? Okay, no rise. Whereas, or what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? The what, has more emphasis. It's what do you do? Also no rise. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, which one does it sound like? It's a yes or no questions. They have a rising. It's rising. Yeah, so let's go back. WH questions. What, where, how, not how. Well, how do you do? Yeah, like basically question words. There is no rising. So those open questions. What do you do? I'm a doctor and a pharmacist. Are you a pharmacist? Yes, I am. That's now the closed. The yes or no questions. Is he a doctor? Is he a doctor? It's rising. Is he a doctor? You like to go there, don't you? You like to go there, don't you? Tag questions. So you have here such a thing as a tag question, which is basically a question at the end of the sentence, known as a tag because it kind of tags on. In this case, it's expecting agreement. So, you like to go there, don't you? Yes, I really do. Yes, I really do. Don't you? Don't you? So the more emphasis, don't you, it drops you. Same thing with stop what you're doing. So this is quite important now. It's that more aggressive tone. It's the lower tone falling. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing, right? Stop what you're doing? Stop what you're doing? No, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing, police. Yeah. Now you have another tag question, but this one is now expecting a confirmation. Clarity. Clarify something. This probably should be next to the other one just to compare it, but let's have a listen. You ordered a second one, didn't you? Didn't you? You ordered a second one, didn't you? Let's just go back and hear that other one compared to it. You like to go there, don't you? You like to go there, don't you? You ordered a second one, didn't you? Don't you? Didn't you? Don't you? You hear that difference? You like to go there, don't you? Like, yeah, I do. Because I'm expecting you to agree. But this one, I'm not sure. Like, did you order a second one? Did you? I'm not sure. Negative questions. Don't they call it football? Same thing. In surprise. Don't they call it football? Yeah, they call it football. What about this one? For dinner, there is chips, rice, and chicken. So here you have like this rise and fall. For dinner, there is chips, rice, and chicken. And chicken. Yeah, it drops off. So you got lists. So we're gonna see pizza, we're gonna have pasta, we're gonna have Chinese food, we're gonna have Asian food, and we're gonna have some chicken with it. Rise fall. Luke, I am your father. We told you. Focused in information. Rising, falling. So it's I am your father. I am your father. Not Luke, I'm your father. Luke, I'm your father. Luke, I'm your father. Luke, I am your father? Yeah? No, Luke, I am your father. Rise, fall. Focused information. That pointed to attention. If I have enough money, I'll buy a mansion. If I have enough money, I'll buy a mansion. What is this? For different clauses, it's a rise and fall. So that's that intonation. If I do this, this will happen. Okay, so it goes up and it comes back down. It's like kind of getting the tension, isn't it? It's like building up the tension and then having the results. Or lists, choices, preferences. Would you like a tea or coffee? A tea? Excuse me? A tea? Yeah, it's a rise and then a fall. So if you're choosing alternatives between tea or coffee, tea, would you like tea or coffee? Tea or coffee? Yeah, very, very British. Would you like coffee or tea? Okay. Oh, I put a little activity in this one. So, review. Listen and see if you can hear the rising or falling intonation again. So what do you do? What do you do? Is it rising or falling? Rising or falling? You have to listen to the end of the sentence. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? It's falling. What have you been up to lately? What have you been up to lately? What have you been up to lately? It's kind of a weird one, but what have you been up to lately? Also falling. What have you been up to lately? Not possible. What have you been up to lately? What have you been? This is grammar. This is the correlation between the intonation and the form of the sentence. Are you here alone? Are you here alone? Rising. Are you here alone? You're from Australia, right? It kind of does depend which one you have. But if I want clarity, it's a rising one. Because I need to clarify this. I want the answer. You're from Australia, right? You love pizza, right? You love pizza, right? Slightly different. Subtle. I went to Machu Picchu last year. It's falling. Just drops. Did you like the lecture? Did you like the lecture? It's rising. How to improve? Become a great listener. Put a lot of focus into hearing the real message when you're listening to people. Listen to the emotion and not just listen to the intonation patterns, the rhythm. Are you okay? What's your name? Are you okay? What's your name? Record yourself if you want. If you feel like, we can do it very easily with our smartphones. It's always very easy. Send it to me. Send me it. I will check it. I'll let you know if your intonation is correct or not. And of course, watch and listen to more English. The more that you are around English and the more that you immerse yourself in the language, the more you will appreciate it, the more practice you'll have, and the more you'll be able to understand the subtle intonation patterns. So, more authentic English, and those are my tips on how to improve.
Learning English superiorly. We're gonna learn English quick.